final major project. So my initial ideas was digital storytelling with the negotiated brief from last semester. When developing my initial ideas for final major project, I wanted to continue my development of the negotiated brief. The topic as an issue is highly prevalent in the current climate, and also I think there is room to explore a different medium which I haven't explored yet in detail, being code. I think COVID-19 and the increase of plastic waste due to personal protective equipment is something which needs to be reinforced to users, and by creating a digital storytelling style website, this can inform this in a creative way while solving a serious issue. I also thought about the problematic social media usage and dissertation continuation. How digital technologies can be used to utilise the awareness of this as an issue, and I think from my exploration so far it will be interesting to develop a coding aspect to my professional development. So I could have potentially tried to code the app I began designing for my artefact last semester, whilst continuing the development of the campaign aspect as well. So deciding on the outcome of my ideas. Going forward, I think the continuation of the negotiated brief fits well with the digital storytelling style platform, which is something I want to explore further. I've seen some really effective displays of this online, which I'll later discuss, and with some basic knowledge in code from second year, this is an area I want to develop. By creating a scrollytelling website, it will enable me to narrate the problem, process and the solutions to the plastic pollution crisis in response to the global pandemic more creatively, whilst developing my technical skills in CSS and HTML. So for the references, I looked into Tidal Wave, which does this in a really effective way, and then I started looking at how I could implement some of the things which I developed last semester into infographics, text and imagery to tell the story of my campaign. And then I also started to think about how it'll view in the browser using the jellyfish imagery that I developed last semester, and how I could use like floating imagery to display the mask as well. And just the top image shows my website and how I could then develop this in a more visual way going forward. So the plan going forward is to develop my ideas exploring platforms like W3 School's Webflow, CSS and HTML for good examples of digital storytelling. I'm going to develop the content and the story and how I want to narrate this by designing it first. I already have some headway on this from last semester's website in terms of the content, and then I can start designing this in Illustrator to create a final basic style frame. I'll then begin coding the initial pages, refining and adding content and finalising the project to a higher standard. And that's my plan going forward. Thank you.